I am beyond fired up right now. Like, if you can't tell by how I'm talking, it's not something that I could fake. What has transpired recently with Twitch removing the blind playthrough tag apparently following criticism from gamers with disabilities? I don't know. Maybe I'm not in tune with blind people who play gaming that are apparently upset at the tag with blind playthrough. But someone should probably inform these people that some words can have two meanings. I don't even know where to begin with this because I was gonna make this video last night, but it just got absolutely crazy here. Not that you care about that, but I ended up delaying it to today and doing a little bit more research on this. I saw in that time that Eurogamer has made an article on it, and it highlights Aurelian on Twitter that says, happy to see Twitch has listened to everyone who shared feedback and removed the blind playthrough tag to encourage more inclusive language for our community. I mean, stop me if you've heard this before. I feel like this happens on what seems like a monthly basis now, where Twitch, YouTube, Google, parent company, Facebook, Apple, I mean, all these major multi-billion-dollar corporations, Amazon, who owns Twitch, will be making some changes to how they operate, which affects what's allowed to be said and what's not. And while, yes, there are some certain things that the vast majority of people will agree on is, let's not go talk about that kind of stuff, you know, the people that want to inflict pain and physical violence on people, like the universal, okay, we're not cool with that language. I get it. But it's starting to bleed into things that don't really affect anything. I'm sorry. Like, I've seen plenty of people on Twitter that are like, this is offensive to me and I'm blind because all you're doing is turning people against me and I never said anything about this. Like, that's the frustrating part, is Twitch and Amazon parent company is trying to draw a line in the sand on what's okay to be said and what's not. And the absolute irony, the hypocrisy with the people pushing this agenda, I cannot make this stuff up. What happened here? Okay, watch this. Steven Spawn, and Spawn in parentheses, on this Eurogamer article, as I was doing research, like I said, I'm happy to see Twitch following through on promises to address and resolving issues and concerns from the disability community. It's just the beginning. For those who will ask, what's wrong with blind playthrough? This, the thread that started this. And when I click on it, I'm blocked. Wow, way to be inclusive, random dude on the internet that I've never met or interacted with before. You blocked me. So I literally have to log out of my Twitter to read what he said in this, that was quoted in the Eurogamer article, because I was blocked by him. Someone who is upset that we are not being all inclusive is blocking people. I've never interacted with him. I'd like to think I'm fairly even keel when it comes to stuff like this, where I look at it and try to be realistic about it. I don't try to be a dick about it. I don't try to be rude about it. I just say, let's take a step back from all this and look at it realistically. So according to Steven Spawn, he said that, I don't even know, because when I log out and click on this, it doesn't link me to exactly what he was saying, but I'd assume it's something along these lines here, where he said, not everyone is bothered by every word. Lame doesn't bother me, but I stopped using it when other disabled people kept telling me it bothered them. Lame. Like, okay, we're getting to the point right now where there are words that mean multiple things. They have more than one definition. And if you are offended by a word that's being used out of context, not being used in the context that it was meant to be used in, where you are getting proactively offended by that, that is not the person's fault who is saying it. It's like, I guess the literal translation I can make to this is you're walking on eggshells in real life. You're walking through, as in my kids' room, Legos everywhere. And you have to watch where you step in this world of oversensitivity where everyone is freaking out about everything that they can get their hands on. Oh, that's offensive to someone who doesn't have hands, by the way. Like, anything you can say, I can speak. So someone who doesn't have vocal cords would get offended by me saying anything you can say. Like, literally, you can make up anything that you're offended about and tell the world you want it changed because you are offended by it. You. It doesn't affect you personally. It doesn't hurt you. It doesn't do anything. Like, are we getting back to the point where sticks and stones may break my bones, but words can never hurt me? We are now in a generation where words are hurting people. Get real. Holy fook! I cannot believe what I am saying in this video right now. This is madness. First off, it started with YouTube overbearing on what we're allowed to say and what's not, and getting demonetized and completely affecting and ruining the lives of multiple YouTubers who wanted just to use this platform to talk about things that were interesting to them or affected them or wanted to warn people about situations that could hurt them. And we've turned it into, ooh, careful what you say. Don't want to hurt this person. Don't want to offend those people by what you say. And now we got people like Steven Spawn, who apparently, according to Twitter, I had never heard of this guy before in my past, COO of Able Gamers, award winner at the Game Awards in South by Southwest. Motivational. All right, dude. You want to be motivational? How about not proactively blocking people who would probably love to have a conversation about this? Aspiring Iron Man. Guy, oh man, that might affect the robots. Guy trying to make the world a better place. Oh God, he's got the he, him pronouns. That should tell you all you need to know about Steven Spawn. Holy crap though, the problem is, people like this have an agenda. Their agenda is to use what they have as a disability to get attention, to change the world in their favor, and to make money off of it. That's what he's trying to do. Sorry if that's offensive, but where I come from, I got offended. I got picked on when I was a kid. I got beat up. I got beat up by bullies. It made me tougher. It made me stronger. It made me realize that not everyone's going to be on my team in this world. Not everyone is looking out for my best interests. And while I try my best to be a good person, we get assholes like Steven Spawn creating a horrible environment for people online, trying to just make videos and have people enjoy them. And he's got an agenda he's pushing to benefit financially off of. I don't care what anyone says. That's exactly what's transpiring here. And this Steven Spawn asshole has pissed me off to no end, if you can't tell. Proactively, not just blocking Smash JT, but also blocking my Smash JT alt account that posts video clips of my channel. I've never interacted with him before, and he proactively blocked both of my accounts. Holy crap. So, yeah, the problem is, people like this have a platform, and they're using the platform to push their agenda. And these woke companies like Google, like Amazon, like Facebook are lapping it up. They love it because they know publicly they can't do any wrong if they're propping up these mentally disabled or physically disabled people. Whatever they want, whatever they say goes, and everybody else is wrong. If they're offended, then you need to change, not them. That's a problem. Like I said, this is coming from somebody who I'd like to think is a fairly accepting human being. Someone who genuinely cares about their fellow person. Somebody who wants to have a conversation. And when I see this kind of crap, I just throw my hands up. Award winner at the Game Awards, Jeff Keighley. You support this guy? Wow! I mean, that just goes to show that these companies, these people, are trying their best to be woke so that they look good in the eye of the general public and the masses. Earlier today, Eurogamer reported that the upcoming awards event, the Game Awards, will include audio description for blind and partially sighted fans when it's streamed on YouTube Gaming later this week. In a tweet shared over the weekend, producer Jeff Keighley confirmed it will be the first time the live event offered audio description for visually impaired players, closing his message with a statement, "Accessibility matters." Accessibility does matter. I don't disagree with that. I'd love to be able to access the tweets of Steven Swan to be able to have a conversation with him about this, but he blocked me. So apparently, accessibility only matters if you are impaired. But if somebody wants to have a conversation who isn't blind with someone who is pushing a blind agenda, I don't even know where the line is drawn here. Like, what's okay and what's not, because I am not impaired in this area. Like, I'm probably impaired in other areas, but my point being, it's absolutely hypocritical and hysterically ironic to me that the dude pushing an agenda for the blind crowd and the woke agenda for these multi-billion-dollar corporations blocked me when I've never interacted with them in the past. That's just, I can't make this shit up. And Ari Yulian is community and creator marketing at Twitch, one half of Whiskey Sweet, Lalafell, Hufflepuff, Mom, History Nerd. Twitch is very woke, and if you're not with them, you're against them. These people are creating a community of anarchy. They're creating hatred towards them by saying what's acceptable and what's not. Creating a division between people. Instead of being all-inclusive and understanding that words have multiple meanings and that people, it's okay to be offended. It's fine. Get offended. Learn from it. Understand what is good, who you want to hang around. It reminds me of people that don't like me, yet follow me on social media and watch my videos. The internet is gigantic. If you're offended by somebody, go somewhere else. Like that. Don't keep watching it and then push your agenda against that person, because the internet's too big, life's too short. I don't have the mental capacity for the patience it takes to deal with these woke assholes, which is absolutely what they are. I'm sorry. No, I'm not sorry if this offends you. If it offends you, good. Stop watching me. Go somewhere else. You want to have a conversation? Let's have it. I'm open to it. This is a slippery slope we don't want to go down as a community overall on the internet. We should be able to speak our mind as long as we're not physically hurting someone or putting them in a position where somebody else would hurt them. I think there's a lot that people can learn to grow on here. There are a lot of gray areas, not gonna lie, but trying to tell people what's okay to say. What is the division here of blind playthroughs is not okay, but first playthrough is okay. As somebody said on Twitter, it's funny because, oh, so newborn babies are going to be offended because they haven't had a first playthrough yet. That's offensive to them. Like, it's funny how far it goes and where you draw the lines on what's okay and what's not. I saw my friend Kentantino, Retro Complex on Twitter. He said something that was perfect. It's like, are we going to get rid of the mute button on remotes now? Because there are mutes out there that can't speak. So the word mute is now offensive? Just wait. It's headed down that road. This should scare you. It should concern everybody. And I think what this video is hopefully starting is a conversation to fight back against this absolute insanity. I'm going to leave the video right there. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you can't see, thanks for listening. I love you all. Stay smashing. Smash the